Before I go on to the new leaks, because of course there's new leaks, let me fully cover the stuff I only touched on in the last video. So a list released a while back with a bunch of characters on it that were supposedly in production for Multiversus, and that list ended up getting Jason right, so it seemed pretty credible. And of course, that list had the Wicked Witch on it, and thus the catalyst for my madness. Combine that with the fact that the Pies Will Fly trailer ends with Joker, Jason, and Agent Smith all standing there while supposedly other villains spawn in. Oh, but Warner Brothers owns plenty of villains, so that doesn't necessarily mean that the Wicked Witch made it into the game. Oh, well, it's just that the Wicked Witch is the only other villain on that list I was yapping about. So, maybe old Joshy boy has a point here. Maybe you should shut your mouth. Shut your pie hole, even. All of a sudden, she's a shoo-in. Oh, what the heck? Dang, man. Look at all these leaks. Quick, somebody call the plumber and tell him to take the day off. So Aquaman and Samurai Jack were supposedly found within the game's code. They also found some Powerpuff Girl voice packs, which heavily implies that a Powerpuff Girl is already in the game. Now, let's look back at the Pies Will Fly trailer, this time the beginning when Bugs hits the safe into Warner Tower, and a bunch of little knickknacks fall out of it. Knickknacks like a trident, a katana, a broomstick, and a plushie. Now, if you were being a good little viewer, you might have noticed that all the characters I listed earlier are accounted for with these knickknacks. If you didn't notice, put it on. Aquaman's trident, Jack's sword, obviously it's the Wicked Witch's broomstick, and Bubbles' plushie. Aquaman, Samurai Jack, Bubbles. What do they all have in common? They're all hero characters. Now, I don't work at Warner Brothers or anything. I'm not a game developer. But if I were adding new characters to a game, Multiversus does have missions where you specifically have to use a hero character or a villain character to complete it. It doesn't seem to me like they'd release 4 whole hero characters in a row. For the sake of variety and giving the player more options to complete missions, I would throw in a villain character at some point. We're pretty much like we know. Aquaman, Samurai Jack, Bubbles. Samurai Jack maybe is a little... No, but he was found in the game's code. All 3 of those are basically a lock. They're all heroic. You need a villain character in there. The Wicked Witch is the only one that's not confirmed, and I hate that. But 100% it's gotta be her. Multi has classes, specifically Tank, Bruiser, Mage, and Assassin. Now there are quite a few games with a similar setup as far as classes go, and whenever those games release new characters, they try and keep kind of a rotation. They aren't gonna release a bunch of tanks in a row, you know? They try and hop from class to class to make sure everybody gets their fair shake. Now let's re-examine the Easter egg with this little tidbit in mind. Aquaman would probably be a tank, Samurai Jack would fit comfortably into the role of assassin, Miss Broadway, mage, come on. And then Bubbles could be a bruiser. Now you could argue that certain characters could switch classes there. Honestly, I could see Jack as a bruiser or an assassin. But no matter what, none of those 3 characters fit the role of mage. You need the Wicked Witch there. Not to mention, like, come on guys, it's a witch's broom. Like, what other Warner property do you have where people are flying around on magic broomsticks? Now I'm sad. Hang on, I got it. It can't be Harry Potter because that would be too many heroes in a row. You need a villain to break that up. You need it, guys. Although by that logic, you could add Ron Weasley, since putting him in the game instead of the Wicked Witch would be the definition of evil. Let's get analytical. Double W's broom is your standard ride. It's kind of beat up even. Like, look, the end of it is bent. Like, dang, girl, come on. Harry's broom is not only nicer, but also a little more unique as far as flying brooms go. Notice the foot pedals, that's the key feature here. Out of the four, the broom is definitely the most blurry because of course it is. But we don't need exact details here, because that silhouette don't lie, baby. No foot pedals, which means it can't be Harry's broom. And if I may, the tip of it might even look a little crooked. And believe you me, I know about crooked tips, all right? I know what I'm talking about here. This is a bit of an area of expertise, you might say.